Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's Glenn here from Game Reviews, and we're going to speak more on Helldivers 2. We've got a ton of news to bring to you from the new stratagems that came, new major orders, and essentially just been hints of what's next in those major orders. So we're going to break all that down for you as well. We're going to speak on some of the new information coming on the armor sets and a bit of a change coming to those armor sets as well. And then just an update on the channel as well. I haven't uploaded the video in a while. That's because we've got some new tech coming to the actual channel. We're going to have a new design. We're going to have a new area to record in as well, so I'm really excited to bring that to you. But yeah, let's get into it, and don't forget to hit a like down below. It really will help with the algorithm, and don't forget to hit a sub if you want to stay up to date with all the latest Helldivers 2 news and any live streams that will be coming further down the line. But yeah, so let's get into it. So what we have been using in this video on the lower levels, jumped in with randoms, and we're using the Quasar laser. So this is, I've been hammering on for this for a while over the last couple of weeks playing Helldivers 2, saying that we did need some sort of equipment that would take away from the orbital rail cannon and the laser as well, so that we can use to take out those heavy to medium armors in the game, whether it be the automatons or the bugs. And this is it. Now what we've got with these two stratagems, and in this video we're running the Quasar laser, but what we've got with these stratagems is a medium to long range weapon that can basically take out anything within the game, and it's incredible. And then we got the heavy machine gun that will help you more so crowd control, so it's moving through those light to medium armor sets. Now it does do some damage towards the heavy armored enemies, but not as much as it would do to those kind of medium armor, but it's more crowd control based. But let's stay with the Quasar laser. Basically this takes out the fabricators, it takes out bug holes, it takes out Automatons, it takes out tanks, it takes out everything within the game, and I'm going to break down kind of how you're going to use that. So charger, one shot to the head, if not two, depending on how accurate you are. Automaton, 2 shots to the head. Fabricator, be accurate, don't be like me and miss from the side here. It takes 1 shot directly into one of those vents and it is dead. Now the hulks, essentially if you hit them in their kind of weak spot, which is that red glowing area, it takes 2 shots as well, but it does knock them back. And what I've been using this with is actually the stun grenade, so you want to keep them in place just so you can get that kind of, you know, that accuracy within the game. But that's the one thing that I wanted. So using this gun, and I want to really kind of make this clear within Helldivers 2, I just felt that Helldivers over the last couple of weeks, you were kind of crippled into using the orbital rail cannon or the orbital laser to deal with those big enemies, and because they're coming in droves, you had no other choice, because the hell bomb, even though it does help and it's kind of multi-use, i.e. you know, using when I say hell bomb, sorry, the 500 kg bomb, it does help in taking out bug holes, it does help to take out big hordes of enemies, and it does take out the heavily armored enemies once it's accurate. But the key in there is the accuracy of it. So to have a gun or a stratagem, if you want to call it that, that can take out basically objectives within the game from halfway across the map is insane. Like the mushrooms, 1 hit. The actual the flying mushroom, the flying creatures, I can't think of the name of them. Actually, let me know down in the comments below if I can correct me on that. But to take out their nest, there's 3 of them. It's 2 shots to each kind of mushroom for the flying bugs, and they're gone. So you're not having to run in and get into a firefight with them and call in a hell bomb to blow them up. So you can really be a lot more tactical and precise in running 7, 8s and 9s. And what I was using in this game is to be able to understand of where can I use this? Can I use it at a shorter range if I'm quick enough? And the answer is no. You don't want to get into a firefight with the enemy with the Quasar laser. Now you might get a shot off very quickly to maybe, if you're at that kind of shorter range, to a heavy enemy, and then you kind of want to move. But what I will say is, especially on the automaton level, you might want to bring the stun grenades in. The reason I say that is because you don't really need the grenades with this Quasar laser. It will take out bug holes, it will take out fabricators, so you can spot a lot of that from the distance. So to use your stun grenades here and using this to take out those heavier armored enemies, and then being able to kind of maybe take out your sickle, your breaker, whatever, the blitz, the breaker blitz, whatever it may be in between, that is going to be a massive advantage for you in the game as well. But yeah, I'm really excited. Now what I want to talk about is the heavy machine gun. What I will say about this, we're not using it in this video, but what I will say is that the heavy machine gun, it takes a long time to reload, and you don't get enough bullets in the gun compared to, you know, the other machine guns that are in the game and the stratagems that you can call in, the heavy machine gun and stuff like that. There's only 2 barrels that you get to reload, and you kind of have to stay still to reload it. If not, you're just wasting your time. And as well, it's not the greatest for medium enemy types. Like, it does do a lot of damage, but you got to be accurate with it as well. So I will say it really does depend on what position you're playing in your team using that gun. If you are the crowd control person on your team and allowing people to use other equipment like, you know, the anti-tank weaponry or whatever it may be, it is a choice for you, but you got to be strategic with it. It's not something that you could run and gun with and still be able to take out all your objectives. So you got to play around with it, where more so the laser, the Quasar laser, you can kind of still do it all. And even if you are in a firefight and you're being able to outrun and outgun the enemies, you're still, as you can just see there, you're able to take out the objective from kind of that medium range distance, deal with the smaller enemy types, and then bounce. So that's the bonus that you're getting from these guns as well, and it just helps so much, which allows me, even in Helldivers, who was kind of losing faith in what reasons to grind for and why to grind and where to grind, and it just gives me a little bit more hope to be able to run higher missions at a better rate and enjoy it a little bit more, because I'm able to use certain equipment that doesn't make me feel like I'm running away from absolutely every single attack that comes my way. So I've been screaming for this for a while. We have it, and I'm absolutely over the moon with it as well. But then also on the other side of the game, what I wanted to speak on is there's still some bugs within this game. I'm still not happy with my loadout. I'm still a sucker for jumping straight into a lobby with my friends and then loading up straight away, and then all of a sudden I have a Liberator, which that wasn't the case, and that single shot handgun, which is still quite decent, but you know, it is what it is. I'm just gotta remember it. But I would like them to fix that. And then also, I noticed when you find a place of discovery that the little drop pods that are there, whether it be a recreational slips, whether it be a medal or super credits, it's taken 3 or 4 goes to open up. And I've noticed this time and time again, and it's been very difficult, especially if you're running the higher levels that have those issues. And then also, what I noticed is that there's still people getting kicked from the game. It happened to me once, but it's still been an issue. Even when we're on a good run and we've got a load of samples, we've basically breezed through the level, and people are getting disconnected and then other people are joining. So I'm not too sure if that's still a major issue. It's not as recurrent as it was, but it's still within that level of issue that I do think needs to be resolved and be a little bit more accurate. So it'd be nice to see those coming. But once again, it is a live service game. They are a small dev team, and you gotta kind of give them the benefit of the doubt. It's been running better than Suicide Squad, Kills the Justice League, and Skull and Bones and stuff like that. So you can't complain too much. But just on that last point, to be able to take out the dropships with one hit in this video, as you can see right now, is insane. So it just, once again, it just gives me hope for when we run those higher levels. But what I want to bring on to is that within the subreddit, there has been conversations on the armor sets, which I'm so happy to see that this conversation has been going on as well. So basically what we got was that the variations of light, medium and heavy armor sets being used in the game, and to be honest, the passive effects have been the exact same for just about all the light armor sets, all the medium armor sets and the heavy armor sets, bar 1 or 2, and bar obviously the latest cutting edge armor that we got, which is just 95% reduction on electricity, which is great. But also there has been kind of talk of, if you're wearing a heavy armored set, you should be able to maybe control heavier guns a lot better. They're a lot more accurate. Now whether or not that means we're going to get heavy guns coming to the game, heavy machine guns or whatever it may be, is going to be pretty cool. And then also, if you're carrying those with a lighter armor set, you might not be as accurate. The recoil might be even increased more than what you would be using with a heavy armor set. So it's nice to kind of see that come into it. And I do think they need to change up the passive effects on some of the armor sets. Maybe just bring in, maybe not even change them, but the new armors that they're bringing in, you know, bring more variety, so we have a reason to choose them, not just the best looking. So like, you can use a light armor set and go, oh, I like that one over that one. It's nice to have variety, but it'd be nice to use our armor in a different aspect altogether and what that brings to the table, or even being able to unlock passive traits for other armor sets within the game as well. So grinding those out would be a cool thing to see. So it'd be nice to see some more variety coming to the armor sets and how to use them within that level as well. So I'm really happy to see these conversations have been taking place. But yeah, there's been so much more to kind of carry on with, and we can go through that all day. What we did notice that we've got a new major order, and within this major order, which we're going to break down, is that we've had some leaks in the past that this major order has been hinted at, which has been shot down by some of the people at Arrowhead, but seems like it's true. But before we get into that, we're just going to speak a little bit more on the stratagems, and I'm going to break that down for you just in a couple of seconds. In terms of the actual reload speed for the heavy machine gun, which you'll see on screen now in a second, when you reload, it takes about 7 seconds for your gun to reload. So just be careful when you're doing that, and you want to be staying still as well. So make sure that you have that in a certain area where you've maybe cleared out a few things to reload. If not, you're going to get overwhelmed. And then when it comes to the Quasar laser, the cooldown time on that is 10 seconds. The charge time on that is 3 seconds. So if you feel like you're going to be able to take out multiple spots off the go, you're not. It's a 10-second cooldown time, so you've got to be very accurate in when you're using this gun as well. So just hold that in mind when you are using them, that it's not just straight in off the bat. So as you can see here now on screen, we have a brand new major order, and we have identified most of the significant sources of the automaton combatant production. Basically, liberating this planet will severely impact the enemy's forces of replenishing their capacity. So we do need to liberate Tibet, and to do that we've got multiple aspects of planets to go through, and then we still have a defend on the termite planet. So you gotta be aware that once we're fighting off on the automaton side, Joel is kicking her ass across on the bug side. So you got to be accurate. Let's get the automatons out of the way, because the reason I say that is when it comes to the major orders, if you actually look at the dispatches within the major order, scroll down, have a quick look at what's coming to the game. So the gunship that was leaked not too long ago coming to the game has been hinted at in here. So they've identified the gunship basically within the automaton sectors. So if you actually scroll all the way down, you'll actually see that, and it looks so cool. It just can't believe that they've opened it up, and if you have a little read, you'll see it. So I'm looking forward to seeing if we can use airship, air destroyer in outer space. I hope to see something like this. So let's get liberating. Let's see what comes next, and that's all from me today, guys. Thank you so much, and I will see you on the next one.